A small energy ball has formed between the prongs of the staff. Starlight points the staff a party favor and fires a magical beam from it. When it hits him, he falls to his knees as well, and another energy ball appears above the first one. Both Double Diamond and Party Favor start recovering from the experience, while their collars start to fade just a bit, and a black echo sign appears on the side of their necks. Starlight, who never drops her sinister grin, reaches for a backpack and pulls out a plain old muffin. She breaks it in half and offers it to them. I'm awfully sorry about that, boys. Here, care for a muffin? They seem most hesitant at first, but then they get up, each take a half, and bite into them. Hey, these are those horrible tasting muffins you served to us in your village. They are. So what do you think? They seem okay to me. Yeah, I don't really mind the taste. I'm not saying it's good, but I don't want it any more special than any other muffin. I mean, as long as it's plain and ordinary like everything else, I have no problem with it. Then both their eyes are wide open in surprise, and then look at each other with confusion. Charlie wastes his staff, and the two balls of energy fly off the staff into Double Diamond and party favor. As they grow from the session, the colors come back to normal, and the eco marks on their necks disappear. Then the two begin spitting out the bits of those horrible muffins. Consider that an example. Now I don't blame you for your doubts earlier. You spent your whole life thinking about being unique was such a good thing. Equestria has poisoned your mind by filling with ideas that being better than everyone is the most important thing that matters. Most students agree to that remark. I will be holding an assembly in an auditorium after school to discuss the importance of all of this if anyone is curious to attend. The choice is entirely yours to make. But for now, enjoy what we will be hoping to accomplish here in our little school. And maybe then, you will understand the proper way to spend the rest of your stay here. And I'll teach you just how much better life can be without making your marks. Starlight walks away from the crowd, leaving them to discuss the matter amongst themselves. Some are anxious, some are excited, and some are just plain confused. Dean Canyon feels uncertain about all this and decides to approach Starlight. Starlight, come to my office. We need to have serious talk about all this. You can't just tell people to change. Oh, Dean Cadence, I think that will not be necessary. As I recalled, didn't Principal Sims forbid you and the other teachers from speaking to me? And she approved of all of this, and isn't her word absolute? Besides, it's not like I'm forcing anyone to change. The decision is theirs if they wish to. Trust me, Dean. I am changing course to prepare for the better. You'll see. Starlight continues to walking away, leaving Cadence distraught, along with the shadow five among the crowd. Internal, Principal Cinch's office, Crystal Prep Academy. Cinch looks upon the form Starlight gave her and got irritated. She combs up the paper and throws it in the waste bin. I don't believe this. The meeting with Kettle High and the head of the board is tomorrow. They mustn't know about this. She sits down in her chair and puts her hands on her head to get relief from the strain. She then pulls an intercom microphone on her desk towards her and switches it on. Internal hallways, Principal Cinch's office. Attention all students! I'm fully aware of the sudden changes that have happened to our academy, and I know that you're confused about it. But I assure you all that this is only a temporary setback, and shall be removed and returned to your original assignments by the end of the day. So I appreciate it if you all stay calm and have a patience until we sort this as soon as the announcements starts at her locker. She turns around, holding up the same wild sketch that she had on when she was in Sid's office, and flips it on. The entire intercom system gives off another loud, high-pitched squealing around sound that her Cinch hears just a bit and surprises everyone in the school. Starlight's voice is saying that there's peace. Exceptionalism is a lie. Choose equality as your special talent. Difference is frustration. To excel is to fail. Be your best by never being your best. Conformity will set you free. Accept your limitations, and happiness will follow. You're no better than your friends. As the message goes on, Principal Six is devastated. She tries fiddling around with her microphone to stop this, but nothing works. Meanwhile, the students are confused at the random messages. Starlight gives us a menacing smile and walks off screen. Internal Principal Cinch's office. Cinch continues desperately in her attempt to cease the repeated messages, but with no avail. This can't be happening. I'll be ruined. She then goes to her phone and enters in a number. But then light purple finger presses down on the receiver. Cinch turns and sees Starlight, who has appeared out of nowhere. You. Have you forgotten our deal? Don't get anyone involved. How did you do all this? You had no right to do such an act. I had every right. It really is amazing that people still own fax machines. You're stripping all of Crystal Prep of its pride. From my point of view, I'm cleansing it. I have some guests coming tomorrow. Are you trying to make me look bad? Now that sounds like a plan. Speaking of our deal, I have a few more demands that I would like to discuss. So I posted another sheet of paper in front of her desk. What is this? Just another request form, said to make all my changes of Crystal Prep permanent, along with the digital touches I'd like to put into school. I will need your actual signature for it. Cinch picks up the form and stands up while reading it. The cafeteria shall only serve special muffins. Rochester hairstyles applied to dress code. Brought-up robes are optional. Weekly group friendship meeting sessions? This is preposterous! I would approve such a thing. She turns to Starlight and finds he has just disappeared. She looks around her office and couldn't find any trace of Starlight. Oh, I don't think you have a choice, witch. Cinch tries to reach her for her phone, but it is gone. In her confusion, she is shocked to find her entire office has changed. All her furniture is gone and replaced with plain wooden ones. The floor is made of gray stone, and the walls are made up of natural rocks with a wooden ceiling and frame features. Her trophy shelves are completely empty, and the frames hanging on her walls have only an equal sign in them. Cinch just sits in her chair, traumatized by the sudden change. How are you doing all this? Just a few modifications to make Crystal Prep a happy place. You'll see things my way soon enough. You just need time to appreciate it more. And if I don't? Well, then you have to answer to me and all the other students. I know about the stories and history about the time of the pure Puritans. Do you know what they do to witches? Suddenly, a ring of aquamarine colored flames just bursting out of nowhere, surrounding Cinch in her desk. She clings to her desk, looking all terrified at the flames, until the flames suddenly disappear, and everything in her office changes back to normal. Her trophies are back on their shelves, the furniture returns, the frames have their original contents, the phone reappears on her desk, and the whole room is as it should be. Cinch should be relaxed, but she keeps hyperventilating and shaking from the experience. Meanwhile, unknown to Cinch, Starlight's head is sticking out of a corner of the sink with a magic bar around her neck. She looks down at the terrified principal with another one of her evil grins. Strike 3, Cinch. You're out of here. Then her head starts sinking to the aura, facing to the wall. As her head is completely gone, the aura vanishes. Internal hallways, Candlewood High School, afternoon. Twilight's walking down the halls, talking to someone on her cell phone, while Spike is in her backpack. I know. It really is fascinating how the transfer of electromagnetic energy via photon. So, you sure you can help me with what we talked about? I see. Alright then. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Okay. Well, goodbye. What was that all about? Just a little something that will help us with our little problem. Sunset shimmers at her locker, putting a few things in her backpack when Twilight and Spike show up. Hi, Sunset. Hey, Twilight. Then the rest of their friends come. Howdy, girls. Looks like we're all set. Do you have them with you? Yep. All 7 girls pull out their magical necklaces they got at Camp F for free, and then they put them on. You know, it's a good thing we didn't have these at school when Charlotte was here. Then we would have really hurt her. And it's a good thing she didn't know anything about them. I can't imagine what she can do with them if she had taken them. Oh, it really is splendid to wear these little choppers again. Oh, I wonder if I have an effort that will go well with this. Yeah, like a new outfit is really going to help us on our mission. You all remember the plan? Sure do. We take a bus to the city and find Starlight Glimmer. Once we do, we just have to sit her down and see if we can help her out on whatever problem she's having. Well, she's about to get a firm talking to about her brash and inexcusable behavior. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure she'd want to tell us what's wrong in a pleasant conversation. And if she doesn't? Well, that's why we're bringing these. Yeah. After the way she kicked our kite keisters the other day, we're gonna need a bit of an advantage. Well, just in case. She pulls out a sprinkle shake and a plate of cookies out of her hair. I packed extra sprinkles and cookies for ammo. Then the girls take a step back from picking in case they explode. Well, let's hope we don't have to use them. So only use them when you have to. Are you guys talking about that crazy Jetterboat girl? Sunset and Twilight turn in surprise and find the Crusaders standing behind them, listening in on the conversation. Girls, get out of here. This doesn't concern you. Here's very important stuff we have to deal with, and we don't want you getting hurt. Okay? But if you do see her, will you let us know if she's feeling better? You're worried about her? Why in tarnation would you worry about someone who turned to blast you point blank? I know she was really scary when she held that weapon first to my face. But before y'all showed up, she seemed different. Different? How so? Well, I was pretty freaked out when she saw us. But after a while, she started to look sad, as if she was about to cry. The humans ever caught off guard to hear of it. They started to feel sorry. Twilight the most. We feel pretty bad for her. Is that so wrong? No, it isn't. You guys were pretty brave standing up to that. Chris started to blush. Thanks. Now you better get going. We have very important things to do. We don't want to keep you from whatever you need to do. And don't worry, we'll make sure this girl is feeling better. Chris nodded in agreement and leaves the group. Abstract gives us a big sigh. Sounds to me Starlight's case is a lot more serious than I thought. Then we better get started. Sunset, do we know where we can find her? That's the problem. I don't know. I called her home address, and her parents said she hasn't been home for days. They said they got a call from Starlight, telling them she's been spending the weekend at a friend's house. What friend? I don't know. Said she didn't tell them. Great. She could be anywhere in the city. How are we supposed to find her now? After a short moment of thinking, I got it. He dives into Twilight's backpack and pops out with the Twilight's half of her magic stealing device in his mouth. My magic spectrometer? Yeah. Besides, so the other half, maybe we can use to find out where she is. Oh, please, Spike. It doesn't work like that. I told you I've modified to only detect those using Equestria magic. Does it really work? Well, of course it does. She then taps her finger on the mini outer screen on the broken device, activating it. The purple lights come on, the shifting star appears on the screen as the spin detection light goes around the edges. See, since nobody here is using magic, if I turn it on, it won't respond. But then the detection light stops spinning and makes sort of a boop sound. Boop. Twilight reacts to the sound and sees that the device is responding. She then looks down on the device in shock. What? It can't be. What is it, Twilight? Someone is using Equestrian magic. What? But who? Twilight and Sunset are both aghast with realization. Then they look at each other, and then down at the device with the light facing one direction. To be continued. Now that the stories only have finished, the real story can begin. P.S. I would like to apologize to any science experts who read this about the techno jargon I may have misinterpreted. I don't understand science that well, and I try to look up the information I need and put the together as best I could.